We saw a different side of Bray Wyatt, perhaps the real Bray Wyatt, the man behind the character. But then the show ended with a huge cliffhanger when we saw a man behind a mask that told him, "Come with me. Your life is done." You guys know what that means? Come? That's me, man behind the mask. He's inviting Bray Wyatt to a no-fab journey. I broke the code. Welcome to another episode of Greatness of SmackDown. What an eventful episode. LA Knight is back. We saw Bray Wyatt in a very unexpected way. Rey Mysterio moved to SmackDown. Now when I think about it, the OG Poppy needs a Poppy for himself sometimes.
Shut up, Hunter, just hug me. Dom is acting strange these days.
I'm actually very glad that Bray Wyatt is on SmackDown because the roster is stacked right now. Just a few months ago we looked at SmackDown and thought it was only Roman's show, and that was kinda true, although I would argue it was Sammy's show. But some people said that Roman Reigns is the only entertaining thing about the show. Well, now the roster is packed. It really was a mistake to fire 59,000 wrestlers. Before the show even kicks off, we see a car accident. It seems like Karrion Kross got pretty seriously injured. Turns out it was Drew McIntyre, and he continues with the attack. He beats the crap out of Karrion Kross, and Scarlett is concerned. She went like, "Okay, Karrion, I guess today we gotta let this trap on rest." But no action in the bedroom is not the important thing right here. Drew McIntyre tried to kill a man. That wasn't Jeff Hardy driving. That wasn't one of the Usos. Drew McIntyre should get arrested. I'm actually concerned about Drew McIntyre. Drew, what are you consuming? Should we as fans be worried? But yeah, Drew McIntyre is all business. That's what I like about this new era of WWE. It's not as formulaic, so that was really unexpected. Then we see the New Day. Kofi reminds the fans that they are the longest reigning tag team champions in WWE history at 483 days. Wood says this record is important because it is their legacy, and he says that this record will stand forever. Then we see Sami Zayn, Solo Sikoa, and Jey Uso backstage, and Zayn asks where Jimmy is. Jay says he's dealing with a family thing. I think he's just searching for Natty's pussy.
Has anybody seen Natty's pussy?
Where the hell is that cat? Zayn tells Sikoa to stay backstage and Jay to come with him. That's pretty sus. Zayn's phone rings, he picks it up, and it's Roman Reigns. I'm not sure what they talked about, but then Sami Zayn laughed. Jay said, "What did he say?" Oh, it's an inside joke, you wouldn't get it. Absolutely beautiful. They went from Roman Reigns manipulating Sami Zayn to actually becoming buds. Beautiful. So then we saw Sami Zayn versus Kofi Kingston. As much as I'm tired of the New Day, if I'm being honest, this was kinda refreshing. I don't remember the last time we seen Sami Zayn versus Kofi, and they do have some chemistry. It also told a pretty interesting story. I like the development. So basically, Jey Uso helped Sami Zayn to pick up the W, and it seems like they're, well, maybe they don't have the same amount of connection that Roman Reigns and Sami has, but it seems like they're getting a bit closer. The Jey Uso finally saw the light. Is he finally ready to acknowledge the real head of the table? We'll see. But I absolutely love this story because it's kinda unpredictable. We don't even know what's gonna happen. Maybe Sami Zayn is using these guys. Then Rey Mysterio approaches Triple H backstage. Rey Mysterio is emotional. He says that he doesn't know what to do anymore. He reached his breaking point.
I won't fight my son, and I can't do this anymore. I quit.
Oh, no, wait a minute. Let's get inside and talk this through. You idiot, you have a contract and I'm paying you shitloads of money. Again, I absolutely love that Triple H is an on-screen character right now, and this was definitely interesting, you know, seeing Rey Mysterio on SmackDown, but I didn't really thought about it. I didn't really think about Rey Mysterio moving to SmackDown, and something else is going to happen. There's no chance the Judgment Day won't invade SmackDown, but this is an interesting development.
God damn, I love these trains.
So we saw Braun Strowman versus a couple of jobbers. Obviously, Braun Strowman picks up the W, and then we see Omos! Oh my god, Vince McMahon is sweating right now. Vince McMahon is sitting at home being like,
finally. Now that's great television. Great job, Triple H. I fucking hate Karrion Kross. I fucking hate Bray Wyatt. or this. Now that's good shit right here.
It seems like it's a challenge. We might see Omos versus Braun Strowman. Yeah, that sounds like a Saudi match. That screams a Saudi match. Two giants, woo! We see the Maximum Male Models, and Mansoor faced LA Knight. That was the first time I heard his theme song. I hated it, but once he won, I already got used to it. So, is it good? Is it bad? How do you guys feel about it? For someone who didn't really watch NXT, this was kinda bizarre, you know. I was used to seeing LA Knight in his suit, but he does have a pretty decent moveset. Obviously, he picked up the W, and then he talked to the fans. He let the fans know he's not a babyface. He doesn't care about them. He didn't beat Mansoor for the fans. He beat him for himself. And he puts the locker room on notice because it's LA Knight's game. Backstage, Triple H said, the game thing. Don't ever say that again, that's my shit. Then we saw a 6-women tag team match because of course we had to. It's WWE, no matter who runs the company, 6-person tag team matches will never go away. The match was actually pretty decent, we saw some crazy ass spots. That was unexpected, but Damage Control picked up the W. Obviously because they need momentum. Bayley is definitely facing Bianca for the championship again. Then we saw Hitro versus Legado del Fantasma, and that's definitely how I did not imagine their attires. It will take me 500 years to get used to the hit row. I don't get it, honestly. Now, obviously, it makes sense. Legado del Fantasma picked up the W right here. I kinda like this faction. I wanna see the main dude in action right now. Andrade 2.0. Someone in the will talk shit about Liv Morgan. She's nothing but a whiny. Oh my god. Liv Morgan absolutely lost her mind. She beats the living crap out of Sonya Deville, and she even went extreme. We saw a different side of Liv Morgan, and I think it has something to do with the masked Bray Wyatt poisoning the minds of these young people. I think that's the case. I think it's not necessarily Bray, you know, the emotional one that we saw. I think it's the masked Bray, his different persona, and he's basically, like I've said, poisoning the minds of these young people. Or she just liked Jeff Hardy as a kid. I don't know. People are standing for the Fatal 4-Way match. Winner earns an Intercontinental Championship match. Ricochet versus Sheamus versus Karrion Kross versus Solo Sikoa. We see everyone in the ring, but obviously Karrion Kross cannot compete. He got replaced by Rey Mysterio. This was a pay-per-view level match right here. Obviously with that amount of talent. Absolutely loved this one, and we finally got to see Ricochet versus Rey Mysterio, which was even better than expected, and I honestly cannot wait for a singles match between these two. This is money right here. This is one of these rare cases where I don't even care about the story. I just want to see them in the ring. And that rarely happens with me. So we saw some nice ass reversals. Ricochet almost broke his neck. My god, please stop doing this. Stop playing around. That shit's dangerous, Ricky. But we saw a great 619 cell, and Rey Mysterio picks up the W. He's the #1 contender. Hear me out. Gunta versus Rey Mysterio. I love this. I honestly want to see that shit. But of course, we'll see. Damn! He's back, bitches! He's back! And then it was time for Bray Wyatt. So, the beginning was similar to his, Extreme Rules entrance. We got a new theme song. I'm gonna let you know what I think about the theme song in my Reddit video. And this was really unexpected. This was not Bray Wyatt the character. This was Bray Wyatt, and he talked about, his ups and mostly downs. He's both grateful and nervous. This is a version of himself that he never got to introduce to fans. He lost his career, self-confidence, 2 people close to him, and his way. He thought that everything he's done was meaningless, but he was wrong. Sometimes he got approached by people who said, "Bray, you saved my life, thank you." And all he wants to do right now is thank the fans. The fans were there for him and he was weak, and that's the reason he's here. You saved my life. Man, this was... I think I almost shed a tear. I'm not gonna... Okay, I gotta admit this. I think I got a little bit emotional right here. Because that was real. No, yes, what happened after, like, that was supposed to happen, I understand. But I think it was just like, Bray, just go out there and say what you want. And that's what he did. I think this was real. This was breaking kayfabe, this was breaking character. Then we see a masked figure on the screen. Come with me. Your life is done. Forget about the future and the past. You have no idea, and you'll find out soon. Well, I want to see next week's SmackDown right now. Sure, great job. Buddy cliffhanger. I think we are going to see multiple versions of Bray Wyatt, and this particular theme song was, for this version, for the real Bray Wyatt, for William Rotundo or whatever his name is. I know some people are going to have a problem with this, maybe wanted to see a character. I personally love this. I wanted to hear from Bray Wyatt. I think this was real. I believe this was real at least. It just was some wholesome shit, my man, right? I like how it's unpredictable. I know it's probably Bray Wyatt's other character. It's like The Fiend. But what's the point of this? What's gonna happen is... Well, I got nothing. I honestly got nothing. So thank you for watching The Great One. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.